What is up, rockers? Welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms content here. I'm Shinchi42. In today's video, what we're going to be talking about is the Cavalry Gang Equipment Guide video. So if you haven't seen our Archer Gang Equipment Guide video and as well as the Infantry Gang Equipment Guide video, you might want to check them out. Even if you are not infantry or an Archer Gang, this might help you understand what the opponents are being equipped with. With that being said, with this Cavalry Gang Equipment video, we are going to look into 4 different tiers of equipments for the Cavalry Gang. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget to do so and turn that notification on. We do create a lot of Rise of Kingdoms content here, try to help everybody out to succeed in the game. So, first thing that we're going to be talking about is the low tier equipment guide. As you can see in here, we have our weapon and helm, chest, gloves, legs, boots, and as well as the accessory. With this set, as you can see, we are actually using 2 different types of set. We have the windswept set and as well as the vanguard set. With the set bonus, it's going to provide us 4% attack, 4% marching speed bonus. With the overall stats, it's going to provide us 12.5% attack, 9.5% defense, 10% health, and 12% marching speed. Now for the Cavalry low tier equipment guide, I highly recommend this build for the low spenders, free to play, moderate spenders. If you are a big pay to win and you have a secondary march, this is going to be perfect for this. This allows you to really fight in the open field battle. So this is the build for if you are really trying to go about fighting in the open field. This is a very cheap build. And the best thing about this one is providing you that 12% marching speed. It allows you to move around locations to locations within the map. So with that being said, really what we have focused is the Vanguard, which is a very cheap equipment. It's the green equipment. And then when you go into the windswept set, as you can see in here, it's also a very cheap, item to craft. Now to keep in mind in here, the majority of the windswept equipments are going to be complementary to the infantry. If you haven't noticed yet, I know the big difference in here is going to be the boots. As you can see with the boots, the cavalry health is 2.5%, but then when we go into the infantry, it's going to be a defense. So in the boots, I believe there's a change. Now if you are building towards the low tier equipment guide, I highly recommend is to really grind for the Delane's amulet. This is very worth it. You can definitely get this from the barbarian keeps, and if you are looking for the silent trial, this can be grinded through the barbarian camp. You just have to really put a lot of effort, put a lot of time into it by crafting these items. So another thing that is really great to obtain, and you can only obtain this from the Lost Canyon, is getting the Call of the Loyal. It allows you to have 5% marching speed. So it's a really great cavalry accessory. And for the low tier equipment guide, it's really nice also if you are using this to hunt farmers. I know a lot of people frown upon that one, but honestly in the real KVK situation, it is actually very, very helpful, because most likely you will see your opponents farming and you want to cut off their supply for resources and knock them out. Now this will work in KVK and even in your regular kingdom. If you're having some civil war, that's one way to cut the supply of your opponents. Now let's take a look into the Cavalry mid-tier equipment guide. As you can see in here, we still have the Vanguard set. Now we have removed some of the stuff in here. The windswept set has been removed, so marching speed is definitely out of the question. But as you can see, we have changed the helm, the chest, the gloves, and the boots. So I did keep the Vanguard set because that's very cheap and really good in value. So with this guide, the overall stats that you're going to be getting is 14.5% attack, 19% defense, and 8% health. Now let's compare this one from the other one, from the low tier. As you can see, the low tier will give you 12.5% attack, 9.5% defense, and 10% health. For this one, you get more into the attack, 2% more attack, and the defense is higher by 10 points. But the health, you are higher in health with the Cavalry low tier equipment guide, is 10% compared to 8% in here. So with that being said, we actually built into the War Helm, and as you can see in here, 6% defense. And what's really nice about this one is that you can really grind this out easily. You can get it. And once you get into the chest plate, this is even more achievable actually. It's a Dark Lord's Blessing. Now I don't hunt as much keeps, so if you are a very active player, you would know and you would understand that this is actually easy, and they have actually increased the drop now for the Barbarian Keep. You can also get them from the Guardian of Infinity, Shadow Legion Invasion. You can get all of them there. So let's take a look into the gloves. As you can see, we have the Eyesight of Sufferance, gives you Cavalry 3% attack, 3% health. This is easy to get. I have 8 of them. Now once you need to go into the legs, it's going to be the Vanguard set, so just the same as in the low tier, so you're just upgrading here from low to mid tier. Once we get into the boots, as you can see, we have suggested the Cloud Razor, giving you 5.5% cavalry attack, which is really great. And if you want to use it during downtime, send it to your gatherer and you will have gathering 6%. So as you can see, we have another equipment guide in here. Cavalry mid ? Tier equipment guide. So I'm just question mark because I wasn't really so sure if this is actually really good. But you can decide which one you like and let me know in the comment section below. But there's a few difference in here. We kind of removed the Vanguard set in here. So we did keep the weapon, but we did remove the legs. We put the Gladiator in there, 8% health, 3% experience points. So the difference between the two is just that, but you can definitely compare both of them. In the mid tier, the normal one, 14.5% attack. The defense, they're both going to be the same, and this one only gives you 8% health. So if you're looking for less attack and more into the health, this is going to be really good for you. Cavalry mid ? Tier equipment guide. I don't know why I put question mark in there, but I did. So a lot of people are really like strong opinionated about increasing the health. So in my opinion, if you're running for cavalry, I think you should be focusing on attack and defense more than health. I know some people claim that health is supposed to be like the best stats in the entire game. In my opinion, it's really based on the situation, and you have to understand. For example, you're running Attila and Takeda, and if you just increase into the health and nothing on the attack, I don't think that's really going to benefit you that much. So as a player, I would really recommend for you guys to understand how things really work and really understand the situation of each battles that you're going into and how you're equipping your setup. Now, like I said, if you are running for like an offensive commander such as like Attila, Takeda, Khan, and maybe YSG, you may want to focus on attack more than anything else, and as well as defense will be your secondary stat that you want to boost. So for cavalry, honestly, in my opinion, for Cavs, you should definitely be focusing a lot into the attack more than the health. So here's another equipment guide that I want to show you. This is just full epic equipment guide for cavalry, so it's pretty easy. It has 16.5% attack, 21% defense, 11% health. So let's say you're working on your mid tier and you're slowly trying to upgrade into much better stats, and then you can slowly work into the epic equipment guide. But honestly, I think the mid tier is pretty good enough for its value and it's cheap. But if you really want to improve more into it, then you can work into this epic equipment guide. So this is the cavalry high tier equipment guide, and this is going to be pretty much self-explanatory, because we're just going to be working on the legendary tier sets. So that should be pretty easy. I mean, I don't think there's really much to explain about this one. This is going to be giving you 31% attack. As you can see, it's a high attack. This is how Cavs should work. High attack in 18.5% defense, 18.5% health. Pretty even distributed with the health and defense, which is really nice. The set bonus provided us 3% health, and also a very interesting set bonus, which is 3% counter attack and 5% defense. With that being said, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you guys to craft this. This is probably not a free to play or a low spender. Maybe a medium spender and a high spender can achieve this. Now, if you are a medium or low spender, I would really recommend to always check the VIP shop, and whenever there is a refresh, is for you guys to actually purchase the chest in here. So for me, I'm an archer gang, so I purchased some of the archer gang equipment chest and as well as the infantry equipment chest. Now I would really recommend for the cavalry gangs to really purchase this out, because you can definitely build your epic equipments in here. So if you are a spender, I highly recommend for you to purchase the legendary equipment in here. So this level 5 one, it's really high value in my opinion. And as well as if you are purchasing bundles, really getting the geared up bundle is really good, just because you can stack up on all the materials. Now, to me, what I've seen about the equipment chest openings is really not the best. If you guys have seen the 500 equipment chest key opening by Bunny, I have uploaded that one, so you can check it out. It's really not worth it. The keys are okay. The key thing what you're buying here in the geared up is really getting the materials. But if you do open the chest as well, you get some materials, so there's the kind of like extra incentive from there. So if you're a big spender, if you're crafting legendary stuff, you're really just going to be banking on the VIP one in here. That's the only thing I would really craft if I am truly a spender and I can purchase everything. I would only craft the set which is we talked about it, right? So I forgot what the name of the set. So it is going to be the Hellish Wasteland set. Now you are probably wondering why I didn't talk about some of the items in here into the set. So you can definitely use the Abyssal Visage if you're really looking for cavalry attack, right? So I did try to put the Expedition Warhelm instead of the Visage. The reason why is because I want to build a cheaper and very good value stats for everybody in here, because this is definitely more achievable than this one for most players, especially if you're trying to build the entire equipments. But once you actually have built towards the Expedition Warhelm, you can definitely upgrade yourself to Abyssal Visage in the future, and then you can put this Expedition Warhelm to your secondary march or the third march. So we can also talk about the weapon in here. This one will give you cavalry defense plus 13%, and why did I just choose using the Vanguard of Halberd? Because this is so much cheaper with a good value compared to this one, right? And it will take you much, longer to craft it. So this is going to be if you are really building into the epics tier. Now, if you are a VIP player 16 or above, you can also purchase this Trial of Lost Kingdom, which I have one of these. And it's actually really good if you don't have the legendary sets yet. I would equip this one instead of, of course, instead of the Vanguard Halberd, right? I would rather equip this one. This one is going to give you 15% defense. Well, this is only if you are, a pay to win and you really have purchased the VIP up to 16, and as well as you have purchased the bundle there. This is a good substitute if you don't have the Rifle of Hellish Wasteland yet. So once you do end up building your legendary set, I would recommend to just put this one onto your secondary march, because it's not a waste, it's a good thing. Don't disassemble this one. It may be tempting for you to dismantle it. It's really not worth it, because this is a very unique item and you don't want to do that. Oh, you can't even dismantle it. Oh, so interesting. So that's good, you can dismantle it. I learned something new today while recording. So that's a very good item and very valuable. Use it. You can substitute whatever into the build that we have shown. So basically the build that we have shown, the guide, the picture that we have shown is just really to help you guys out to navigate to how you're going to be building things. You can always change things up there, upgrade your equipments. If you didn't like what I suggested about the Vanguard, you can definitely build the Heart of Saint, but I really recommend the Vanguard because it's really cheap, and then you can build more of that and spread out the equipments towards all of your marches. Now, like I said, if you're looking to the Abyssal Visage, it's also great. Of course, I am not saying that the Expedition Warhelm is better than the Abyssal Visage, but I'm just saying it's just much cheaper to build. But I would recommend this one because this is also giving you attack boost. So you're just going to switch things out, reducing defense, increasing the attack, which, like I said, it was going to be beneficial for the cavalry once you focus more into the attack as well. But the cavalry have a lot of attack damage already, so maybe increasing a little bit more into the defense can really help you out to balance your stats as well. So with that being said, I hope you guys find this to be very helpful. Let me know what is your set that you're going for. And if you find this video to be helpful, let me know. Smash that thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely do so. So I do hope you share this video to other players as well to help them succeed in Rise of Kingdoms. Anyway, rockers, thanks for watching this video. You are now a true rocker. Cavs gang, love you guys so much.